Welcome everybody, my name is François Letarte and this is my channel JDRD30, a channel about tabletop role-playing games. So question 13 of RPG Day 2017, describe a game experience that changed how you play. It dates back a lot, the one that I have found is one that happened uh, in the first year I ever played, so it was 30 years ago. To put you in context, I was running Dungeons and Dragons, Redbox. Okay, I had I was introduced with Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, but it didn't last long. Mainly, I was with Dungeons and Dragons. I remember back then I was criticizing already that game, but that was the only one I knew. But I already saw some of the stuff that wasn't pleasing me. That there was something blocking me from what I feel that game could give. In high school, I was introduced to the role playing club. We had that. It was at my high school, and so in there I was introduced to many games, and one of them was this one, Marvel Super Heroes from TSR, the famous phase rip game with that table that does everything. I was introduced to that. It was with the guys, fifth grade guys who were running that, and I was, second grade, young guy. We had a couple of sessions. I don't remember much of what we did, but nevertheless, that game caught my interest. For the game mechanic, what made way more sense to me than Dungeons and Dragons, and it felt like something I was searching for. So with my parents, I got to Montreal, to the Valet Coeur. It was a small shop back then. That shop, this is a hobby shop that still exists today, but back then it was a very small shop, and bought myself the advanced set. So the advanced set is not that one, but yeah, I used to have the advanced set. At 13-year-old, I didn't read that much English. Yeah, I could handle myself a little, but I wasn't that much, that fluent in English. It was, in fact, the first book in English I ever read in my life. I sat down. I wanted to really learn that game. I sat down and read the book and tried to understand what was going on. For character creation, well, it was through a lot of tables. You had to roll. So it was easy, for me to create characters. And I've created characters with, the same buddies I was playing with Dungeons and Dragons. It was my brother, one of my neighbors, some friends. And yeah, we all got characters and we were doing adventures. How did it change the way I played? Well, by not knowing the real rules, since I couldn't really read them, I had to create how to make that playable and consistent. Well, with that table, it's easy to do, since everything goes through that. So I had to fudge it a lot, and we were having fun. And since I was comfortable with that system, I could concentrate on the world itself. Something I wasn't really able to do with this. I was running the modules, and the characters' lives is not something very important in the modules in Dungeons and Dragons. Pointing the red box. So with that, I could concentrate on the world. So, we were 13-year-old guys, and we are all our heroes outside of their adventure and hitting the villains. And there was lots of that in every sessions, but we had lots of their downtime, what they were doing in their life. And we were 13-year-old guys, so all the players had girlfriends for their superheroes. And yeah, one of them, believe it or not, was Samantha Fox. Yeah, she was very hot in the 80s. For 13-year-old guys, we all loved them. And one of them said, "My girlfriend is Samantha Fox." So Samantha Fox was an NPC, the girlfriend of one of the heroes. So as a game master, I had to make my way through an interpretation of all those characters and all those elements that were making those heroes' life. Okay, I had to interpret Samantha Fox. I had to make the girlfriend. I just knew the girl from what I know from the music videos I saw, but yeah, nevertheless, I had to make an interpretation of it. So it opened myself on one of the aspects I love the most in role playing games, and this is playing roles. I love playing roles. That makes the game alive. Okay, and I love to have a game mechanic that helps me do that. And that game mechanic was really, really into that. Since it's simple, everything is in there. So yeah, I could concentrate in making the roles and making their environment alive, and the reaction of the players in front of any situations, feeling that like if they were there, and talking to someone that was into that imaginary superhero world. And I was very happy of that. So that is a style of play that I still love today. And yeah, uh, somehow for some years I have forgotten about this game I had with the guys. It was totally sandbox, no preparation. When we were getting bored, we were just getting ourselves into some of the guys' basement with the books. They were getting out their sheets, and then bang, I flipped through the villain's book. Okay, this is the villain of the day. And we were sandboxing through all that. It made me work a lot and when I was 13-year-old, but we had so much fun. And yeah, for some reasons I have forgotten about that game for years and years, and I just remembered it in maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I remember, yeah, we were playing Marvel superheroes, and I was remembering all those details and saying that I was doing the game right in the sense that I was running the game the way I want a game to be played. And still today, that's the type of play that I like. Making the role, making the characters alive, and getting over the rules if it needs to get those characters alive. So yeah, that is that old game experience that changed how I play. Probably question 14 in a couple of minutes, since we are already August 14 by the time where you're seeing this. So François Letarte, JDRD30, and up to next time, I hope you have as much fun in your life as in your games. Goodbye.